Welcome to the Happiness Matters podcast, where we'll explore happiness at work and show you how to coach yourself to be happier there and more successful too, no matter what.
Welcome everyone. I'm Julia Seal, and today it's our 14th episode since the 1st of May. It's episode 1.7, Series 1 Coaching, It's a Wrap. Last week, we ended our coaching of Series 1. Series 1 being the first of a 6-part coaching program with the weekly follow-up Q&As from you, our listeners, front-ended by our introductory episode, and now closing off the series with this episode. So today, I'm going to overview the entire Series 1 coaching in order to bring it all together for you. I'll go over the key topics we covered and also look at the coaching tools I created for you. And I'll remind you of the quick coaching tips I introduced at this early stage of our coaching together. After today's session, you'll have an overall picture of the mini coaching journey we've been on so far. You'll discover how all the concepts hang together. You'll see what you missed or what you heard once but haven't yet got to practice, and you'll see how all the coaching tools work together to support you in coaching yourself. Also, I'll reference the various podcast episodes so you can go back and listen later. Remember, you can find all this material on our website, Happiness-Matters.coach. Under the menu podcast, you can listen to the episode, read the show notes, and get the links I refer to. And under the menu Fun and Free, you can download the free coaching tools. Let's go right back to the beginning and the whole purpose of this podcast, Happiness Matters. Happy and successful at work, no matter what. So Happiness Matters is a coaching journey, and it's a happiness journey. So it's a journey with me to share with you how to coach yourself to happiness and success, and as I say, no matter what. And what does this really mean? Well, it means that we'll explore 3 things together. Firstly, how to coach yourself using our Happiness Matters methodology. Then, how you can hack your own brain for happiness with tools backed up by scientific research. And lastly, how to take the best from the world's wisdom on the pursuit of happiness, from Aristotle to Buddha to Franklin D. Roosevelt and Nelson Mandela, and many others. And then how specifically you can put this knowledge to good use in your own happiness coaching journey. So the idea at the very heart of Happiness Matters is that through working with us, you can learn how to coach yourself to happiness no matter what your circumstances are, no matter who is in your life, how much you earn, what country you live in, or what kind of work you do. And that cultivating your happiness purposefully and intentionally through this coaching journey is best started at work, the least likely place for so many of us. So if you can transform your happiness and success here, and by this I mean turn around any bad relationship, find deep meaning and purpose in your work, whatever it is, build emotional intelligence, overcome self-doubt and procrastination, enhance your resilience and reduce stress so that you are happy and successful at work no matter what. If you can do this using work as your playground, your experiment, then you can take these new skills home and share your insights with the people you love. So what does the landscape look like? What is this coaching journey made up of? We are going to learn to coach ourselves to happiness and success through a 6-part process, what I call the Happiness Matters process. So firstly, in Series 1, which is the series we are now wrapping up, we look at your happiness and success right now. What are your traps and blocks, and why we need to look at happiness sideways from the corner of your eye. In our next series, Series 2, we delve into the key tools and meta skills of brain management and the basic techniques of how to practically coach yourself. Then we spend time deep diving into 3 key areas that will fast track your happiness, your relationships at work, meaning and purpose in your job, and how to move beyond procrastination, overwhelm, and boredom to your own self-driven high performance. And then at the end of each coaching series, we bring you several bonus episodes on specific topics that hinder or could fast-track where you are on your journey. So that brings us to Series 1, and what Series 1 is all about. It's called Defining, Assessing, Visioning. And it's where we start digging deeper into what we mean when we say happy at work, no matter what. Working with a coach always starts with defining the issue like this. What's the issue you're grappling with? What's the problem? Where are you feeling really stuck in your life? And it looks at where you want to be, why you want the change, and what you've tried before. So in this series, we're doing just this. We're starting our coaching together, exploring ways to assess your happiness, defining and refining what happiness and success at work actually mean to you, while understanding the traps, blocks, and obstacles getting in your way as we map the way ahead. The first part of the Defining, Assessing, Visioning coaching journey is covered in episodes 1.1 and 1.2. Here we take a look at where you are right now in your life, how happy you are right now, and go deeper into your understanding of your own happiness. I introduce 2 fun coaching tools to kick off your exploration, the Happiness Ladder and the Snakes and Ladders game board of your life. The second part of the Defining, Assessing, Visioning coaching journey is explored in episodes 1.3 and 1.4. Here we expand on where you want to be, 10 out of 10 happiness, for example, and where you think happiness and success at work lie for you. Your Future Vision coaching tool brings this discussion to life. Then episode 1.5 and 1.6 make up the third and last part of the Defining, Assessing, Visioning journey. Here we look at the gap between where you are now and where you want to go to. We get an idea of what this journey might encompass, and we get to the real topic of your coaching, what's actually stopping you. 2 more coaching tools, your Future Self journey and the letter from your future self, help you to articulate this part of our coaching together. As I record this, the sun is just coming up over the mountains and the dogs have decided to serenade the rising sun. I don't know if you can hear them in the background, but I need to go and get them to be quiet. Hang on a second. There we go, happy in their beds. Now let's go further into the episodes to discover what we're looking at and what might be useful to you as you define, assess, and vision you're happy and successful at work, no matter what. The episode 1.1 starts your coaching journey with me, and it's here where you take your very first steps to learn how to coach yourself. We start by assessing your happiness and success at work, not only by just asking you, well, how happy at work are you really? But also practically by introducing a coaching tool to help you, the Happiness Ladder. In learning how to use the Happiness Ladder, you can access the knowledge and insight on happiness assessment from Dr. Cantrell, Gallup, and the United Nations Annual World Happiness Report. This enables you to capture an accurate snapshot of where you are right now and what's top of mind for you in defining your happiness at work. We can then use this awareness to spark our thinking and creativity in the next steps. We also explore how we've defined happiness through history and across our cultures over the last 3,000 years and see what we can learn from a variety of sources. And I have a lot of fun here. Double happy Chinese characters, emojis, eudaimonia, the Dalai Lama, David Hume, Al-Ghazali, and Aristotle all have something to say, as does Hello Kitty, Thomas Jefferson, Epicurus, and Sanskrit. And lastly, we take a peek into how the world's business authorities define happiness at work, and we discover Q12, PERC, PERMA, and SPIRE, just to name a few. This gets you started on a path to defining and refining what happiness and success at work actually mean to you. Oh, and I also introduce you to my squirrel moments about Mars, rockets, and methane gas. Episode 1.2 takes what we've discovered about our happiness and how we define it in episode 1 and expands it into how happy are you really? We explore where our ideas for happiness come from, what thoughts and beliefs we've taken over from others, our family, our colleagues, the media, and even our cultural heritage. And we look at some examples of external influences. So do you think your views on happiness were influenced by Coca-Cola's 2015 Choose Happiness rap song? Or if you're a bit older, how much of your happiness, joy, and laughter was shaped by Robin Williams' Mork and Mindy's TV show? What about Bobby McFerrin's song Don't Worry, Be Happy? Or the more recent Doug the Talking Dog? Delving into your influences about happiness starts you on the task of questioning your views and your beliefs about how happiness and success show up in your life and at work. And we do this to ensure that you have a much clearer view about what you call happiness and success and how much of your life you devote to cultivating it and pursuing it. Lastly, we use my coaching tool, the Snakes and Ladders game board, to uncover your deeper, more entrenched views of happiness, your actual inner belief system, the collection of thoughts that govern how you look at happiness for yourself. By asking how you define the milestones of your life, are they snakes or are they ladders, and then mapping them onto our Snakes and Ladders game board, we create an overall picture, a map of your whole life so far as a happiness journey. The second part of the Defining, Assessing, Visioning coaching is explored in episodes 1.3 and 1.4. Here we expand on where you want to be, what 10 out of 10 happiness for you might be, for example. And we use your Future Vision coaching tool to bring this discussion to life. So where do you want to be? 10 out of 10. We start the visioning process by asking just this. And we do it to understand exactly what you mean when you say you want to be happy and successful at work, or when you say, I'm really not happy at work. This is what we call your point B in coaching, the very goal of your coaching with me. And the point of this exercise is that we want to purposefully and intentionally define your vision of happiness and success. And to help with the future visioning, I suggest 2 possibility expanding tools, brainstorming and vision boarding, that we use to bring life to the next coaching tool, your future vision. And you can use these to help you think out of the box, to dream big, and to vision beyond what you think is currently possible in your life. It's at this point that we introduce the first of our happiness wisdom concepts, the happiness paradox, where you can explore why and how to approach happiness from the side, or how you might be able to pursue it indirectly. To end off, we expand on some of the academic frameworks of happiness and happiness at work to inform this 10 out of 10 vision of yours and to make very sure your definition is not going to see you falling into the happiness paradox's trap. And I trust you had a lot of fun with some of my silly examples from the session: rainbows, leprechauns, mnemonics, and missing pots of gold. And I do hope I made you laugh out loud with my terrible singing of a 10-hour-long song. If you make it beyond my singing into episode 1.4, we add 2 new happiness wisdom concepts to our coaching on your future vision, the hedonic treadmill and the concept of 50-50. So we discover why understanding the hedonic treadmill and its related concepts of happiness adaptation and happiness set points is really vital when crafting your own definition of happy. Very briefly, we look at emergenesis and what it means to changing your life and shifting your happiness set point. Then, in exploring the concept of 50-50, we take a walk-through exploration of panda enclosures and how yin and yang and ancient Chinese philosophy might apply to you. We also look to Buddhism to see what it can teach us about happy and unhappy, meeting meditation masters Chogyam Trungpa, Rinpoche, and Pema Chodron on the way as we dig into their views on negative emotions and how they can be your best creative energy. Then we finalize your future vision on this phase of Series 1 by understanding how considering these 3 wisdom concepts and the academic research ensures that your happiness goals, the goals of coaching, are robust, based on solid academic research, and are not one-sided or limited based only on what you're finding difficult or unpleasant in your life right now. In other words, we look at how to put it all together: pandas, earworms, unicorns, rainbows, treadmills, and coffee into a robust future vision that you can take forward with you. The third and last part of Series 1, Defining, Assessing, Visioning, is covered in episodes 1.5 and 1.6. This last stage looks at the space between where you are now and where you want to be. We get an idea of what's involved in closing the gap between this point A and your point B or future vision. In episode 1.5, What's Stopping Your Happiness and Success, we're mapping out this journey between where you are today and your future. And we also look into why unhappy is the story of happiness. We take a look at possible happiness traps and obstacles that you might find along the way. And with the coaching tool, Your Future Self Journey, we actually map the path of your coaching, including these obstacles. We discover how to utilize the epic adventures of Harry Potter and Odysseus, as well as the ancient Greek tale of crossing the river of misery. These tales can help you shift how you see your coaching ahead, a series of blocks and obstacles into stepping stones and strategies on your path to happy and successful at work. We also start digging into your obstacle strategies and examine them from various perspectives in order to shed light into what coaching transformation could mean for you. This is a topic that we continue with in episode 1.6, What's the toughest, most difficult thing for you? And we look into why change is so difficult. And you'll discover how to find the very thing that's going to have the biggest impact on your happiness and success at work. We call on the great white sharks of Cape Town to help you with a red flag guidance system. We ask questions about the center of your power in the world, taking advice from the courageous Mahatma Gandhi and Nelson Mandela. And we ask how you might be holding yourself back with buffering, putting your life on hold while you overwatch TV, overeat, overdrink, or overwork. And then by using the 2-degree shift of air traffic controllers and sea navigators, we can identify what's easy for you to change right now and what requires more attention, giving us your topic of transformational coaching. And of course, my last squirrel moment of the series introduces you to the joy of South African knickknacks. And there we have it, the complete overview and wrap-up of our Series 1 coaching together. I do hope this episode has managed to bring everything together for you. I hope it's refreshed the key topics and explained things that might not have been clear the first time round. And perhaps it's even inspired you to go back and listen again to the detail, or to try out the coaching tools that you haven't yet made use of. Remember that the magic in coaching is really not just in the listening, but in actually applying the insights and using the tools in your life every day. Also, I hope you've been surprised and perhaps intrigued at what shifts can take place in your life just through this first series. Amazing. It delights me when I hear that one of you, my listeners, has found something useful here. Something that has sparked an insight into your life that takes you another step closer to understanding yourself better and deepening your happiness. Please share those insights with me, either by posting a review in iTunes, sending me a message via our website, or connecting with me on Facebook. Well, and also on LinkedIn, Instagram, or YouTube. We're there. So your happiness and success through this coaching journey with me is what it's all about, and I would love to hear how you're getting on. There really is no better time to do this work together. And as a final reminder, you can work directly with me. You can start coaching in our free Facebook group, Happiness-Matters.coach, or you can work with me directly one-on-one by booking on our website. So I do look forward to meeting you online and coaching with you in the future. Thank you again for joining me on our Happiness Matters coaching journey in Series 1. I'm really looking forward to the next few episodes where we're going to have some fun. There'll be poetry that brings alive gratitude and pay it forward in one easy movement. Sounds cryptic, doesn't it? Aristotle and his taxonomy of species, possible missing ingredients in your life's purpose, relationship turnarounds to impact your lifelong happiness, and a meeting of you and the famous Mr. Glubb seal. So bye for now from an early morning sunny Cape Town, where my 2 dogs are now fast asleep again.
Thanks for joining us on this Happiness Matters podcast. Do join us again here next week on Tuesday. You can subscribe to this series at Apple Podcasts on iTunes, or you can sign up for it on our website, Happiness-Matters.coach. That's Happiness-Matters.coach. COACH. Also, you can join our conversation on Facebook by following us there. Our Facebook page is also Happiness-Matters.coach.